Well, a big storm system is affecting much of the south and eastern United States here over the next few days, a busy travel period. There'll be rain and snow for some areas. So we have a developing system here that's spinning up some rain here in the central plains and southern plains, and this is going to be tracking east, affecting much of the country here from the Ohio River Valley, the southeast, and all the way up the east coast. Behind it, some colder high pressure moving in too, so it's been a mild month. Temperatures are going to be shifting a bit. So that storm system bringing rain and some thunderstorms to the south, and that will continue through the mid-Atlantic into the northeast, bringing snow to the northeastern U.S. And then another system will be behind that on the edge of some colder air here for some places by the end of the week. But a large swath of precipitation, 1 to 3 inches of liquid equivalent from Louisiana all the way up into the northeast here. So those are all the areas that will be affected. Northern plains and much of the west coast will see pretty quiet weather, but we are talking about snowfall too, especially in some of the higher elevations of parts of New Hampshire and Maine. We're talking several inches of snow, maybe more than a half foot of snow, but a wide area from Vermont, upstate New York into Maine that will see some snow. And so there will be some winter travel impacts here over the next few days if you are traveling in anywhere in the northeast away from the coastal areas, and then also in some of the higher elevations, of course, in Colorado, Wyoming, into Montana. So we'll look at the south first here, Arkansas into Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, heavy rain, some thunderstorms, and then that system tracks through Atlanta and then up into the mid-Atlantic here over the next couple of days. And then heading into the northeast, we're going to see that rain and activity turn to some snowfall in the colder parts here as we head into upstate New York, even parts of Pennsylvania, heading into Wednesday. And then again, heavy snow possible, Vermont, New Hampshire, into Maine, with rain, heavy rain in New York City too here as we head into Wednesday. So heads up, if you're planning to travel, you might have some delays and even some winter hazards in parts of the Northeast. As I mentioned, it's been a very mild November so far. Most of the central U.S. way above normal. Just pockets of the Northeast and southern Texas have been cooler than average. Now the system will push warmer than normal temperatures up above it initially, or out ahead of it rather, but then colder air builds in. We've got 2 cold fronts. The second one really drops temperatures for the northern plains and much of the central U.S. into the northeast by the end of the week. So behind this system, temperatures are going to be more winter-like for a lot of areas too. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center calls for a high likelihood of below normal temperatures in the 6 to 10 day period here for much of the central U.S., but really everywhere but Florida expecting normal or below normal temperatures. So a little bit of a correction here at the end of the month, some stormy weather and colder air ahead.